Hey everybody, AcedTyler here. Welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts. So, before we head over to our next world, we are going to, of course, be doing some cleanup around here. Now that we got since we got some new abilities for all that. As you can see here, I am back in Merlin's house, and the reason I'm back here is because if you remember that book that we delivered over to Merlin that we got from Sid, well, we are actually going to look into that and see what kind of book it is, which also has a keyhole and a book with all the trees and all that. It's like a forest book, and what exactly could this be? And apparently, he was saying that it holds some kind of mysterious power. What kind of power? Wait a minute. This looks so awfully familiar. Why does it look so light and friendly and very like there's nothing bad going on right now? It looks so Disney-esque. What could it be? Only one way to find out. So yeah, now we've shrunk it down to the size of a peanut. And we can actually walk on the book somehow. It's an empty meadow. Let's go take a look.
Think, 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 think.
Hi there. What's wrong?
Nothing. Just thinking.
Oh.
I was thinking of how to say goodbye to Pooh.
Pooh?
Yes?
Wait a second. You're Pooh?
Yes, I'm Winnie the Pooh. Pooh for short. Who are you?
I'm Sora.
Oh, hello, Sora. Have you come to say goodbye to Pooh, too?
Well, no. Why would I do that? We've only just met.
Because everyone's gone away.
What do you mean?
Well, we all lived here in the 100-acre wood, and we'd take walks together, or play Pooh sticks. And every day I'd eat some honey. Just one small smackerel would taste very good right now. But now, everyone is gone. All my friends, and my favorite honey tree, too. Everyone must have gone away while I was napping, I think. So, who knows? Maybe I shall end up going away somewhere as well. But I wonder, how do I say goodbye to myself? Think, think, think. Oh, my tumbly is getting rather rumbly.
God damn, this is supposed to be a lighthearted setting, and yeah, Pooh is committing, or is just thinking of, or contemplating suicide? What the hell? Whoa! That's going way too far, especially by these standards. Oh yes, yeah, I did say Pooh, right? No, not that kind of Pooh, you sick fox. But yeah, Winnie the Pooh. That's right, you heard right. Winnie the Pooh is in Kingdom Hearts. Yes, I said what I said. Winnie the Pooh is in Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. you think you just forget for a second, that because this is also a Disney game, they have to include Winnie the Pooh in here as well. So yes, that's where the book is. This is the setting of Winnie the Pooh, and this is the 100-acre wood. And so, if you think that this is actually another world, well, actually, one thing you can say this is actually considered a world within a world, because it's a world within Traverse Town. And if you think that this is actually a world you get to fight some more Heartless and all that, well, think again. Let's go into the house of Mr. Sanders.
Oh, bother. There's no more honey left. If only the honey tree would visit. Oh, then I could eat my fill.
And yeah, of course, the only thing that Pooh would actually care about is just, just him and his honey. Let's just look in this cupboard here and, yeah, just, vandalize somebody's property for no reason other than just because we can. At least we got an eye out of it, so let's just go and exit out of here. Oh, hey, it's the owl named Owl. Let me guess, you'd like to know what happens next. Unfortunately, some of the pages are missing, so I can't tell you yet. The pages are scattered over many worlds. Would you find them for us? Oh no! Owl just broke the world order because he knows of the existence of other worlds. We're fucked, dude. We're fucked, guys. We are. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically the thing with 100 Acre Wood is that the pages for those are missing and they're scattered over another world. And so in order to recomplete the book, we had to go find those pages and put them back in so that way the characters and all the other areas will finally come back. Yeah, that's basically what it is like, you know, just finding those and then we can do more things there. So yes, like I said, if you think that that there's going to be some more Heartless Fire or just some more experience, well, think again because you know, you gotta understand, Winnie the Pooh is one of the most, if not the most, well, I mean, well, probably alongside those, well, it's more like, you know, those kiddie kind of Disney stuff where, you know, it's very, very, very lighthearted, very innocent, very cutesy. And so, even in a game franchise like Kingdom Hearts, you know, being developed by Square Enix, if they're gonna put Winnie the Pooh, they still had to maintain its cheery, innocent nature, and its lightheartedness. And so, because of that, there is no combat. There's no heartless combat at all in 100 Acre Wood whatsoever. It's merely just you know, just going in there and just do stuff in there, and then that's it. There's just no bearing on that. Well, I know I've been saying that most of the Disney worlds don't really have much of a bearing on the plot. Well, much more so in later games, actually. Well, I would say 100 Acre Wood actually takes the cake for having no significance to the plot whatsoever. But you do actually get a reward for this if you actually do all the stuff perfectly, and which we'll see. Well, actually, I'll just go and get this out of the way. All you'll be doing is just playing those mini games they provide. And I mean, that might not sound bad enough at first, but, you know, let me just say this here. The mini-games, I feel like, in Kingdom Hearts are absolute torture. They make the most torturous mini-games in this franchise. And, well, I mean, not all of those are bad, I would say, but there could be some where, you know, you just play those and go like, why the hell am I doing this again? But that's just basically what it is. It's just mini games. But like I say, you do get a reward for this, but only if you make a perfect score for those mini games. And it's actually a new special ability that Sora will get, which, I mean, I would say that you know, I probably don't necessarily need though, considering it's related to something I don't even use. But you know, that's just what it is anyway. But you know, part of the course of doing, well, I would guess kind of doing a completion run for this game, that would mean I have to get every single one of the torn pages, and having to make sure to do the minigames perfectly. I'm not sure if I even want to do the minigames perfectly, but I mean, I could actually attempt it at least. But that's just what I'm gonna do, and of course, and whenever I find at least a torn page, then I will go ahead and go back to Traverse Town and do the stuff in that kind of torn page I was missing. So that's kind of what the plan is for 100 Acre Wood to cover. Anyways, so I figured just show that first. Next thing I'm gonna go and show off is the gummy tutorial. So we went and talked to Sid and delivered the gummy parts, and so now we can go and access the gummy garage, which is basically where you can either use some of the gummies that are made with the blueprints, or what you can also do is that you can also customize your own gummy ship just by adding some new parts, or actually just building a new gummy ship altogether. So, so what I'm actually going to do is that I'm going to go ahead and show off what it looks like whenever you customize your gummy ship. With all the blocks that you've collected, either from buying the stuff from Sid, or if you you collect all the gummy parts from Inner Space while you're doing those gummy ship sections. You can use those gummy blocks that they've collected, and so you can add some new things to kind of like either power up your ship, or you know, give it some armor, or give it some more speed, or you know, just give it some more power for the lasers or the rockets and all that. That's you know, all the stuff you can do here. So it's kind of like building some Legos, I would say, but you know, that's basically what you do. So you just you know, make up your own blueprint, or you just edit from the gummy menu, just you know, edit for the blueprints. So that way there you can just you can just go and customize your gummy ship. Now let me just get this out of the way, folks. I am very miserable at trying to build this gummy ship. As a matter of fact, that's actually the reason why that, honestly, I never bother with gummy building mechanics. But, I mean, I'm doing this right now just to show that off, but I probably would have to at some point. Because, alternatively, if you're not really the type who's really into building that kind of stuff, well, not to worry, though. The game actually does give you access to the other blueprints of the gummy ships that were already made for you, so you can use those. Here's the catch, though. You can only use those if you have enough of the if you have sufficient parts for the gummy ship. Because if not, then you'll have to go for the ones. Well, you can just go for the ship, and then you'll be missing some of the gummy parts, like the wings and the armor and stuff and all that, and also the engines. And so I actually went in and cut ahead because the video was taking way too long when I was trying to you know, edit all the or customize the gummy ship. Because like I said, folks, I'm very miserable at building those because, you know, it's very much kind of the same as when you're building those Lego blocks, but, you know, I've had Legos back when I was a kid, but, I mean, I only just, you know, messed around with them, but I never really built anything special because, well, honest to God, because of that, I'm not very, you know, creative when it comes to having to customize those kind of things, like having to build a gummy ship. Because, you know, because of all the muscle memory that I had to do, because, you know, I literally forgot what the controls were like when having to build the gummy ship. And so because of that, I kind of messed up a few times, and I'm also missing a wing. Now, the one I actually built, yeah, it looks so poor. It looks laughably poor. But even at the end of the day, though, it's actually still flyable. And of course, I actually added some new... What I did was that I just added some new armor. And so that way there, it increases the defense for the gummy ship. And I also gave it some new engines to where that way there it moves faster. It actually, when I use it again in one of my test playthroughs, it actually does work. So, I mean, it's still usable. I gave it more rockets, so that way there I have a wider range. And so now and it flies faster too. So in a way, it still works. But the gummy ship that I made and customized it actually did look pretty sloppy. Because, you know, I'm not very good at this kind of stuff. You know, to be quite frank, because, you know, the gummy ship is mainly just used for to travel to each of the worlds, or just to get to, and nothing more. And, you know, the real meat and potatoes of the game is just you know, the combat, or just going to the worlds themselves and just doing the you know, explorations, and then the heartless combat and all that. That's just what it is. So yeah, because of that, I'm not good at this kind of stuff. So I usually just go for the ones that are already made for me, just as long as I have enough gummy parts that I would actually need, though. Because for one thing, it's really much of a time sink, and you have to put in so much focus on having to, you know which part you want to put in for the gummy ship. And I was like, okay, yeah, it's like I really want to get to the world right away. And so I really didn't have much time to just, you know, spend too much time having to put new parts of the gummy ship. And so because of that, it does look sloppy, because I'm just not good at that stuff. So because I never really bother with gummy building mechanics, I just go for the blueprints already made for me. Anyway, so what I did was I used the warp drive to get over to the next world, and actually, so as you can see here, we're now back at Olympus Coliseum, because for what Chip and Dale was telling us, a tournament is now open. So you remember back then where they had to clean stuff up after the incident with Cerberus? Well, all that's finally done, and so now they finally opened up the new tournaments for Olympus Coliseum. So that's what we're going to be doing, is that we're going to head back over to that world, and so we're going to participate in that in this tournament that's finally set up. And so the first one we're going to go to is the Phil Cup. The very first kind of cup that you'll be going to. All right, so I think I kind of explained how the Coliseum tournaments go, but of course, in case I haven't, I'm going to explain this again. So. The Coliseum tournaments in Olympus Coliseum, if you enter those cups, it'll have you go through a gauntlet of either the Mooks or basically the Heartless to fight, and it comes in about 9 or 10 rounds. I would say about 10 rounds for each of these cups. And so all you gotta do is that you just say, you know, for each of those rounds, you basically just kill all the Heartless, and you know, that's about it. It's actually real great for grinding as well. You know, real great for beating yourself up and getting some experience and all that. And you know, just one of the best ways to grind. You know, if you ever get stuck in a world and you find yourself in such a pickle that you keep on dying a lot, well, you can just go back to the Coliseum and, you know, just grind your way up and just level some more, and then you just go back to the world where you feel comfortable enough to be able to finish up the world. It's a real great way for grinding at those things. Now, here's the catch. Unlike all the other worlds where usually the Heartless will drop either the HP orbs, the magic orbs, or sometimes items, or even money, that's not the case here, unfortunately. That's kind of the one drawback that there is that they will drop absolutely nothing. The only thing they'll give you is just experience, but that's it. They won't drop anything whatsoever. So you would best hope that you have either potions or ethers, or actually, since we have the since we have the cure spell, then we can actually just use that in case that we run into some trouble. But I would definitely most recommend that you equip yourself with ethers to restore your magic power, since you know the using the cure spell does cost 1 unit of the MP. And for this round, we're fighting some Power Wilds and also the parts of the guard armor. Only we're actually attacking the feet, though. You want to watch out for those because they really do hurt a lot. So I would say start with the Power Wilds first, and then you can go ahead and attack the guard armor feet. But yeah, that's just the thing that you want to watch out for. Is just those there. So yeah, that's one thing I would say. Like I figure I'd just go ahead and just take care of that. It's going to be part of this kind of cleanup that we're doing just to get those out of the way, and then going into participate in the Coliseum matchup. This is actually my second attempt at recording this because the first time I actually got my ass handed to me, and I would say the penultimate round because of the parts of the guard armor that actually managed to kick my ass. So I had to go ahead and make a second attempt because I actually wanted to. I just want to get the whole thing out of the way, just to you know, grind some more. Because you know, once it's open, of course I'm going to want to participate in that because I just need more of the XP here. Now I know I did say that the Coliseum matches are probably the best way to grind, but that only applies in this game though. Because I know in Kingdom Hearts 2, with that game's Coliseum matches, well, they use the Coliseum which is located over in the underworld. Those Coliseums, however, actually don't give you experience at all. It's basically just some kind of way to you know, practice your own kind of combo, but it's not for the sake of grinding. So that's actually one kind of thing they took away there. So that's one thing that makes it a lot more challenging than this one, where you know you just don't level up, and so you just have to, you know, basically just fight for your life with any challenges you come across. Now also, I forgot to mention, it's not really just a matter of the Mooks or the regular Heartless that you'll be fighting. There's also some special bosses and even some super bosses that you'll be coming across in these Coliseum matches. It could be either Hercules himself, but that's going to be much later, or you can even fight the Final Fantasy characters. Yeah, that's what's included. And then later on, there's going to be a special super boss that we'll be getting to, which I don't want to say the name just yet because I just want to wait for the surprise, but I will say this though, that particular super boss is one of the toughest. I mean, one of the toughest. It's not the toughest kind of super boss that you have to face, and oh god, I am looking forward to that because there's going to be way too many attempts as I'm recording this, you know, considering the fact that I'm doing this Let's Play, and so, jeez. God. That is going to be such a nightmare to do because of the amount of attempts that I had to do, and then there's going to be a lot of editing that I'm going to come across. Oh boy. Oh god. Ugh. I'm looking forward to that. So, yeah, I hope you guys are going to be looking forward to the many attempts, the many jump cuts that you'll be witnessing as I take on that boss, that kind of super boss. Because, yeah, that's gonna be tough. So yeah, get ready for that. You best prepare yourselves to see my so many failed attempts at this. All right, so speaking of which, this is actually where I lost the tournament. So I had to go and reload my file to take another chance because I didn't want to, you know, save in that failure. But yeah, this is where I actually died at, and so well, because of those, because you're dealing with the feet and the hands, and they really do hit hard. So, you know, I would say, you know, it's best to use a cure spell because, you know, your ass just needs to survive at this. I can actually deflect those attacks from when those those hands are doing, just you know, just get some more tech points and all that. But you really want to be careful because those things, they will hurt you, and that's how I failed at this one. And so I just had to go in and just you know, just restart that from the beginning. There's also one more thing. Oh, and Sora got a level up. His strength has increased. Still no scan ability. Anyway, there's also one thing that you might have noticed in the MP bar that I never really got to mention. So you see that little orange line that's right on there? Well, what it is that not only is it a part of the MP that they can use it whenever you use the use your magic, but it's also it's also to fill up for the more of the HP. So like whenever you every time you hit any one of the enemies or any of the books of the Heartless, the orange meter will start to gradually raise up just by each point for each time you hit the Heartless. And so once it gets up to the empty area, and so it fills all the way up to the next area, then a unit of the MP bar will fill up and restore itself. And so the more you keep doing that, then there's a chance you'll be able to restore the MP gauge. That's where it is. So that's actually what it's used for. Only in this game, though. Later games, starting with KH2, kind of took that aspect away. And I know I probably want to say Chain of Memories, though, but I'm not going to count that because, well, since they completely changed the gameplay for me entirely. But yeah, starting with KH2, then they kind of took that away, where the MP bar is just all on its own. Alright, and so with that, we have now completed the Fill Cup! Huzzah, we did it! And so, for our reward, we have a new spell called the, I think it's the Gravity Spell. And what that does is that it kind of fucks over the enemy's gravity is what it is. So that actually weakens them, and so, you know, and that gives you a better chance at attacking them. And so, after that, then we got the achievement for the trophy for winning the Fill Cup. And so yeah, man, that's it. That's the one of the Coliseum matches that we do for this tournament. And so, so I figured I'd just going to show that off. And then, so as we continue further, there will be more cups to open, and so we'll participate in those. Anyhow, next time on Let's Play Kingdom Hearts, we are going to exit this world and go and venture to our next world. So until next time, see you guys later.